Hey, what's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Brian, and today we'll be reviewing The Riddler Year 1, inspired by the Batman movie released earlier this year. The fascinating part is that Riddler himself, Paul Dano, wrote this story, which you rarely see from an actor. This comic book will just add details to an already amazing movie. So, let's open it up. Breathe. Just breathe. Focus on the numbers. That's it. There you go. You're okay. Zach, my case leader, he's been here 5 months. I've been here 5 years. Yet, I turn my work into him. Why? Maybe he's got a fancy degree. Maybe a daddy in high places. Or maybe I should just let my flaccid corpse slip down into a sewer gutter. Rain Man? Fucking prick. This city. How can I shift my focus in this city? It scares me. It disgusts me. Renee, how come they look so happy? Why is it so easy for some and so hard for me? Stop. Breathe. There you go, you repulsive fool. Did you actually let yourself think that someone might smile back at you? The Renewal Project. There it is. Like always. Haunting me. Reminds me that I'm not good enough. That I never got a chance. Do they deserve a chance? How do they go on? In a city that tells them day after day that they are fractured and broken. That there is no way out or up. Just breathe. My riddles, my puzzles, my games, my only friends. The only thing that comes to my mind, Nigma. A place where I can go and be myself. A place where I don't have to hide in shame. A gentleman tells a news reporter that a guy dressed as a bat was kicking a gang's ass. That they were beating up on some kid. That he came out of nowhere. Finally, someone standing up to the city. Someone saying that they're not going to take it anymore. Someone tired of being afraid. Can't sleep again. Can't stop thinking. My head hurts. Maybe it's a tumor. Maybe that's my destiny to go as I came. Unwanted. Unnoticed. No! Get up, Edward. You matter. If only you mattered. I wait for a hint of dawn to know that I've made it through another night. Einstein only took naps. You're okay. Just breathe. Another day, and I can barely breathe through. Just focus on the numbers, Edward. Edward's boss continues to be a prick, and basically gives him backhanded compliments about his work, and reminds him how he could replace the computers if he could actually talk to people. Sometimes I time myself. How many transactions can my brain process in a minute? How many weeks of data can I process in a day? It's the only way I keep my thoughts at bay. If Mr. Stone could finally see what I can do. Wait, stop. Hope. Could there be hope in this city? And if there could I allow it in me? If Mr. Stone would just see what I can do after all these years. Suddenly, Edward sees a woman getting mugged, and Batman's shadow appears from the night. I'm going to press on your windpipe for 5 seconds until you pass out. When you wake, don't mistake this for a bad dream, and don't let me find you again. Is that him? I won't tell them how he looked at me. He could practically fly. How I felt to see someone stand up to this city. Edward realizes that the account his boss had him look over is being used for dirty money. Edward's boss takes the news to Mr. Stone and tells him to drop it, that it's probably nothing but inviting him to grab lunch for doing a great job. All these years at my desk, hoping they would see what I can do, wishing they would look past the shell of man in front of them and see me. But that's not fair. I did all the work. How could they not see that? I can't help that I'm different. I can't help that I was born. Edward, get it together. This could be your chance. Mr. Stone, my name is Edward Nashton. I work at your firm. Mr. Stone acknowledges Edward, but very quickly tells him to stop pursuing the Count he found irregularities with, as well as making him feel stupid for following him, and reminds him he can notify HR and possibly lose his job. You idiot! Why did you follow him? You could have knocked on his door at the office, like a normal human being. You could have shown him on paper instead of creeping him out. You could have tried to make a connection, but you didn't, because you're incapable, because you are a fuck-up. But I don't make mistakes. Why won't anyone listen to me? What would he do? What would he say? Edward gets a notification that a former convict stands trial, claims assault by the Batman. We arrive to a courtroom where a gentleman is claiming that Batman planted evidence on him and that he is now a changed man, that he works at New Beginnings Animal Rescue. Edward remembers New Beginnings being the Count name that had those irregularities. Edward finds out where Mr. Higgins runs the animal rescue shelter, and later that night he arrives to the animal shelter and asks about Mr. Higgins' whereabouts. Mr. Higgins walks in pretending to be surprised to see Edward. After a few small questions, Mr. Higgins gets agitated and scares off Edward. Huh? What are they doing in Tricorner? Is that? It's the girl he rescued. Something's not right.